Over the past decade or so, China has had a significant presence on the African continent, especially through its numerous infrastructure projects. Now, Africa, a continent full of vitality and potential, is becoming the focus of international attention. Here, from massive dams to busy ports to winding railway lines, China's engineering projects have spurred regional development while increasing its influence across the land. Of course, China is not alone in infrastructure construction in Africa. Japan, the United States, France, and other countries have also launched similar projects here. But in comparison, China's projects seem to be better able to achieve the expected results. In Algeria, Africa, Chinese companies once again successfully completed a highway project worth $11 billion. It will be Africa's largest highway and is expected to benefit the country's approximately 40 million residents. But what's interesting is that Japan was originally responsible for part of this project, but eventually gave up and was completely taken over by China. So the question is, why did Japan choose to withdraw from this project midway? Can China truly achieve its expected goals when it takes over this project and bring convenience to the 40 million local people? As far as I know, the Algerian Highway is one of the largest infrastructure projects built by China in North Africa. The entire expressway is approximately 1,216 kilometers long, consisting of an east-west expressway and a north-south expressway, spanning 24 provinces and autonomous regions in Algeria. In terms of design, the driving speed of this highway is set at 80 to 120 kilometers per hour, becoming the core part of the trunk highway network in the Maghreb region and an important component of the Maghreb highway system. Once completed, it will significantly enhance Algeria's status as a regional transport hub. Initially, 289 kilometers of this highway have been completed, and the remaining 927 kilometers need to be newly constructed. According to the project bidding results, the project is divided into three parts: the eastern section, the middle section, and the western section. Among them, Chinese companies successfully won the bid for two projects in the middle and western sections, totaling 528 kilometers, with a project investment of approximately $6 billion. Japanese companies also undertook the 399-kilometer eastern section of the highway, with a project investment of approximately $5.2 billion. Since 2007, China and Japan have been building the project almost simultaneously. However, there are many difficulties in building this highway. Among them, complex geological conditions such as landslides, high seismic areas, underground rivers, and rock bursts are scattered along the east-west highway in Algeria. In addition, the unique climate along the Mediterranean coast also brings great challenges to workers. The climate here is humid all year round, with humidity reaching 60% in summer and 80% in winter. These factors not only increase the difficulty of construction, but also pose a serious threat to the safety of workers, making the construction of the project a huge technical and management challenge. In 2015, Japan publicly announced that it would abandon the project. According to Japanese news, Japan believes that the construction of the eastern section of the Algerian highway is more difficult than they expected, so Japan requires Algeria to increase investment in the project. The Japanese company even required Algeria to pay all costs before construction could begin. But this is a huge risk for Algeria. In this context, Algeria gave up its continued cooperation with Japan. In this incident, some people believed that Japan did not have enough ability to build this highway, and Japanese companies believed that this highway project did not have much profit return. Therefore, it adopted the method of requiring Algeria to increase investment, creating a conflict with Algeria, and eventually withdrew from the project. Now, what Japan has done has also delayed the official completion of the Algerian highway for several years. For Algeria, it may have been a mistake to choose to cooperate with Japan. By 2017, the remaining projects on the eastern section of the Algerian highway were successfully contracted by China. Unlike Japan, China will not easily give up infrastructure projects in partner countries. Instead, we devote ourselves wholeheartedly to the construction of engineering projects for these countries. During the on-site construction, the Chinese engineering team encountered an unexpected challenge. That is, there are very limited gravel quarries that can meet the standards in Algeria, and the production capacity is far insufficient. But for the construction of Algerian highways, a key step in road paving is the construction of underlayment. This structural layer is located between the asphalt pavement and the top layer of the roadbed and plays the role of carrying and transmitting vehicle loads. According to the contract, this pad needs to be filled with gravel. Faced with this dilemma, Chinese engineers conducted in-depth local research and unexpectedly discovered a rich, tough resource. This rock contains high amounts of calcium and has the potential to replace gravel as a bedding material. Therefore, China proposed to Afghanistan the use of tuff as a cushion. Initially, the Albanian side was opposed to this proposal and insisted on using gravel in accordance with the original contract. After a series of communication and discussions, the Chinese engineering team demonstrated the advantages of tuff to Al Fong and proposed a plan to improve the material to meet technical standards. Through unremitting efforts, China successfully improved the quality of tuff, which was finally recognized by Afghanistan. With the application of this innovative material and technology, the Chinese company successfully overcame the construction difficulties and completed the responsible section in 2012. The middle and western sections of the Algerian highway were successfully opened to traffic, marking the successful completion of this major engineering project. In August 2023, the Algeria East-West Expressway was finally officially completed and opened to traffic by China. Thanks to the efforts of Chinese enterprises, China has left many positive impressions in African and other countries. I believe that in the future, more and more countries will trust China and carry out more project cooperation with China.